Hey guys, Maedhros here. Today I'm bringing you a video on the results of UGC. Before I go into it, I just want to say I've been trying to create a cool sort of stream layout. As you can see, it really sucks right now, but I'm just trying to use my limited artistic talents to do something good. So please tell me how I'm doing with this and any improvements you could see me doing. Anyways, going into this, I want to go over Abadango's run first, just because that was amazing. That was an amazing run by him. So starting off, you have Abadango Nakat is the first really hard match he faced, and that was crazy. I didn't actually get to see most of it, but that was just, man, 3-2. I did not expect that at all. But sadly I didn't see it, so I can't comment on it much besides a fair footstool. Then, moving on, this is top 8, dang it. You have Anti versus Abadango. That set was crazy. I thought Abadango could take it. I thought he could definitely take it, especially looking at Anti's previous Diddy Kong results versus Mewtwo, in which Wadi beat him because he went Diddy Kong. Which is strange. One would think he'd go Mario, especially considering at Evo, he beat Rich Brown with his Mario, and then at Abadango Saga, he decided to go Diddy Kong and lost to Wadi, and the same things happened here. He decided to go Diddy Kong over his Mario and lost to Abadango. However, this one is a bit of a different case, simply because Anti started off with Mario and then lost the first game. After that, he switched over to Diddy Kong and won. He actually won the second game, but then Abadango was able to come and win the next 2 games. So, woohoo! Abadango finally beat a Diddy Kong, even though it's not a Diddy main. So that was a good set. I really enjoyed watching that, and that led into a very surprising set. Oh yeah, and while I was watching this, I heard Nairo 3-0'd Zenodo with Bowser. What the heck happened there? I should really watch that set. Anyway, so Nairo Abadango. I thought Abadango had a chance, but it's like, I had to give it to Nairo. Nairo had to win that one, and it's just, I don't see Abadango winning. However, Abadango did win 3-1 at that. That was crazy, just awesome to watch, an amazing set. I really liked watching that, finally seeing Abadango take it over another top player. He hasn't done that with the really top players in quite a while, which is nice. It's really nice to see him just go for it. So then, moving on, okay, ECM Abadango. This was probably my favorite match of the tourney. Just crazy. Both characters are great fighting each other. They both have their own specific things they can do to just destroy the other character. And both ECM and Abadango knew exactly what they needed to do. Abadango knew that up tilt would always pop Pikachu up right there for the up smash, always, without fail, unless Pikachu jumps or Pikachu's already like up in the air. If Pikachu is grounded, it'll always pop him up right there for the up smash. And ECM knew that forward air to up smash was a true combo, and all the other jank he could do. So going at this was a crazy match, back and forth. ECM managed to SDI out of Mewtwo's up smash, which is extremely hard to do, possible. Extremely hard to do. I found that out about a month ago, but I'm not that good at SDI, so I wasn't able. I was just like, okay, I'm in 4th speed, doing it as best I can, and I'm not getting out of it. So, but for the record, if Mewtwo is doing a jump cancel up smash, it is actually extremely easy to SDI out, especially because there's already a chance you'll fall out and stuff like that. So anyways, I love that set. ECM took the first 2 games before Abadango did a 3-0 sweep after that. Just crazy, him making the adjustments needed to go on. And then 0 Abadango, in which Abadango got destroyed, again, sadly. But that started off with him going, yes, he went Mega Man first, and then later on went Mewtwo in the final game. He almost took that game, but just couldn't clutch it out. So that was an interesting set. To be expected, really, Zero with his mastery of Diddy Kong, and Diddy Kong having an advantage over Mewtwo. I don't know exactly how much. People say 60-40, people say 70-30. I think it's more 60-40, with Abadango just not having a super firm grasp of the Diddy Kong matchup, but we do see he is getting much better at the Diddy Kong matchup. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes in the future. Moving on down, he is then in Losers Finals, where he fights ESAM again and promptly 3-0s him, because he zeroed to death his Pikachu in the first 20 seconds, which was crazy. Then after that, 20 Mewtwo happened, and ESAM decided to go Mewtwo. That game was actually close. ESAM stood up, did a regular get up on the ledge, and Abadango grabbed him for the victory. But that was crazy. And then of course the Bowser came out in the last part, and that did not end well for ESAM. And Abadango advanced to Grand Finals, where he went 3-2. His Mewtwo almost took Game 1. It came close. It was like, ooh, he could do it. Of course, that was still the comeback. Zero quickly and efficiently got rid of the first stock, got him to high percents on the second stock, and then Abadango slowly made the comeback, just like sort of what happened in the previous Winners Finals. After that, Abadango switched over to Meta Knight and was able to get 2 games, and then it came down to last stock, last hit. Abadango could kill Zero with a up smash, up B, F smash, Nair probably, definitely back air. And Abadango got red on his ledge get-ups, and Zero was able to get the fair and clutch it out there. That was crazy. If he'd missed that fair, he might have been dead, or he might have been able to do something to kill Abadango. It was just a crazy situation where it could have gone either way. But yeah, that was Abadango's run, a crazy run. One of the best I've seen in Smash 4, just from a player I really like and from a Mewtwo. Definitely better than his Pound run, I'd have to say, simply because of the caliber of players he had to fight. He had to fight sort of the same caliber players at points, but he also had to fight higher level players. Anti, Nairo, Zero, ESAM, but a crazy run. Thinking about it, it was a bit better than Pound, simply because at Pound he did fight Larry Lurr, Void, Ally, Mars. So yeah, either way, both runs were great. However, now I want to move on to the internationals. Okay, the internationals. In this part, I want to talk about how, specifically, Kameme and Ice Studying and, where's the other ones? MK Leo did. Now, this was crazy. I'm going to start off with Kameme, look at his, and see how he did, looking at it and stuff. Okay, Kameme beat Kid Goggles 3-0. Kid Goggles isn't widely known, but he is extremely good. I think the most known thing he'd be most known for is he almost took out Mr. R at Pound. That was crazy. Kirby versus Sheik almost clutched it out there. And Kid Goggles also took out Vinny the match before that. That's crazy. Moving on into top 48. Top 48, he loses to Mr. R. I did not see that coming. Apparently Mr. R made the adjustments necessary because took it with a 3-2 crazy, close, tight set. But Mr. R clutches it out over Kameme and sends Kameme into losers. This brings the set total to, I believe, yeah, 2-1 in Kameme's favor. But Mr. R finally starting to come and even it out. Then Kameme was sent down to fight Salem. Now, the last time Kameme fought Salem, Kameme actually lost, and that was at the Little Big House. Of course, that was a weekly and a pre-big tournament, so you really can't count it that much. But from seeing that, I thought that Kameme would lose to Salem. But no, Kameme did actually get the win, and pretty solidly, 3-1 at that. However, Kameme went on to fight Ally, and that went pretty much the same as EVO Grand Finals. Ally just had the upper hand almost the entire set. I don't know if that's a matchup thing, if that's a player thing, but it just seems like Ally has the upper hand over Kameme. And that ended Kameme's run at 13th. Okay, moving on, we have MK Leo. So MK Leo fought JJ Rockets, won 3-0. Ooh, he also beat Hungrybox. Woohoo, good win. And not many people know, but Hungrybox did fight PG Bear, and that was hilarious. Anyways, so he goes on, and then he loses. After beating JJ Rockets, he loses to Mars 3-2. Now that was crazy. That was a hype set. I loved watching that set. Hopefully people remember, but a similar thing happened at Genesis 3, where Mars almost beat Renai, came down to last stock, last hit on Lilat, and Renai just short hop back aired as Mars was running away, and Mars just got slapped by that slingshot, bad DI, thrown off stage and died. That was crazy, but this time Mars came back and was able to take out MK Leo, was able to take out this international threat, which is props to Mars. That is not easy. A lot of people cannot do that. Of course, 3-2, so MK Leo was still keeping it close, but gosh, Mars really did clutch it out there, got that win. Really solid win. MK Leo was sent down and he had to fight Nakat. MK Leo 3-0'd Nakat, and then went on to fight Darkshad. I've heard a lot of people saying this was due to matchup and experience that MK Leo won, or MK Leo lost, and I could say that. However, Darkshad has also beaten Abadango before at Midwest Mayhem 2, I believe, right after Pound. So I'm not, like, Darkshad's really good. Of course, he got up here, taking out Samsora. Who did he lose to up here? Lost to Mr. E last hit. So yeah, props to Darkshad, definitely deserves this win. You can't really take anything from him. I think he definitely, he is of course a dark horse, wasn't expected to win, but it's not like, oh my gosh, the world is ending, he won. It's like, okay, that's a good win. He's not some scrub level player upsetting a high level player. But yeah, that ended MK Leo's run at the same place as Kameme, 13th, which is crazy. These were two people projected to possibly win the tournament out at 13th place. Of course, you also have Salem out at 17th, so. Going back up, you have I Studying. He had the most noise about him on the first day on Saturday, as he took out Ned, and then he took out Ally. Now, for those of you who don't know, Ned is an amazing Cloud player from Chicago. Last I heard, he was first on their PR, sort of came out of the woodworks and started beating everyone. But he is extremely good. Extremely good. He beat Ally at in Ignition right before the tournament. Anyway, so I Studying 2-0'd Ned, and then went on to 3-2 Ally. And gosh, I really need to watch that set. I don't know why I haven't watched that set yet, but that's just crazy. Then I Studying came and he lost 2-3 to Captain Zack. Captain Zack is amazing. He's beaten people like Mewtwo King, Fatality here. But yeah, Captain Zack is definitely not a player to be slept on. Definitely top 3 Bayonetta, top 4 Bayonetta. Very good. And then I Studying was sent down. Oh gosh, I actually don't know where he is. Aha! Okay, and he fought Ryuga, where he lost 3-0. Ryuga, an amazing Michigan Corrin player. Very good. So that is not surprising. I'd put them about the same skill level, really. But yeah, that's amazing. Props to I Studying for taking out those, taking out Ally and getting high in the tournament. I believe he's out at 17. Yeah, that'd be 17, maybe 24th or something. I don't know. Numbers are confusing. So yeah, just looking at these, none of the internationals really did quite as well as we were expecting. Kameme and MK Leo were definitely expected to do far better, and Obadongo was expected to not do quite as well from all the feelings I was getting from people. Obadongo was sort of not quite as good as Kameme, not quite as good as MK Leo. He's not going to do as well in the end. But he went and he did. So yeah, props to Obadongo. And then we'll see how Zero Saga goes in terms of just deciding the PGR and who's where on the PGR. So yeah, moving on to top 8. I'm just going to discuss this. Give me a second. Top 8. Okay, so starting off top 8, I'm going to start in losers. You had Void, Larry Lur. Now that is just sad because they fight often for 7th, and yeah, from the same state. They're from SoCal. They fight so often. I did hear though that this was their tiebreaker set. Before this, they were 17-17, with Void now having it 18-17. So props to Void taking out Larry Lur. Very close set. With Larry Lur taking the early lead, looking like he was going to win. But then Void came, just got those edge guards, did very, very well. Just shut down Larry Lur. So good job to Void there. And then Captain Zach Nairo, 3-1. I didn't actually watch that set. So yeah, sorry I can't give much input on that, but that's to be expected. Nairo taking it over Captain Zach, oh gosh. Okay, so moving on, you have Zero versus Mr. E. For those of you who don't know, Zero has actually lost to Mr. E before, but beat Mr. E recently at a tournament. Possibly Shine, possibly Big House, I don't know, sorry. But, so their set count was 1-1. There was some sort of bad blood between them, but that seemingly smoothed over. And Zero took it 3-1 over Mr. E here. Convincing fashion, definitely. Then moving on to winners semifinals, I already talked about this, but ESAM Obadongo. Personally, going into this, I was expecting a quick 3-0 from Obadongo. Maybe a 3-1 with some Pikachu stuff, but ESAM definitely proved that he is a high level, at the very least, level player by almost beating Obadongo. But Obadongo was able to make the adaptations he needed. Okay, moving on to losers quarterfinals, you have ESAM versus Void. Now, ESAM actually sent Void to losers, so this was his rematch. ESAM got 2 rematches, one in his favor, this one, and one not, this one. But ESAM did clutch it out over Void. That was a crazy set. Definitely go watch it. Go watch this set. Go watch ESAM Obadongo. Those were crazy. Go watch Mr. E versus Nairo. That was an amazing set. And then, speaking of that, going into it, Mr. E took the quick 2-game lead, and then Nairo switched over to Bowser and promptly zeroed-deathed him with a set of throw combos and then a air dodge read into a forward smash. Absolutely amazing. And then Mr. E came back and killed him with 4 forward airs off the side of the stage. And that's basically how the rest of the set went. Any game could have gone to Mr. E, but Nairo was able to just use his Bowser, use his fundamentals, his knowledge of the game, his skill with the character, and clutch it over Mr. E every time. Well, not exactly clutch because it's Bowser, but it's sort of like you felt like Bowser could have died at any time. A very volatile match. Amazing to watch. Then ESAM Nairo. ESAM really just pulled out his A-game here. Getting Gimps on Nairo, getting him off the stage, just expertise at the matchup is what I'd have to call it. It was just crazy how expertly he just picked apart Nairo. Nairo did get 1 game. ESAM was getting laddered comboed a lot. But in return, ESAM was just getting his punishes, doing what he needed to do. And then you also have Zero Obadongo, as I talked about. That was a quick 3-0 by Zero. Then you have Obadongo ESAM, which I talked about. But that was... I wasn't expecting Obadongo to do that well after narrowly beating ESAM back in the winner's semifinals. I was not expecting him to 3-0. But I think after losing with Pikachu, ESAM just sort of did his for the people thing and decided just put on a show, which he definitely did, almost winning the Ditto, which was a thought-out move. Abadango hasn't been the best at the Ditto from past tournaments. But then the Bowser wasn't that solid of a pick. Abadango was able to take it over the Bowser. And then again into Grand Finals where Zero clutched it out over Abadango. Or of course, Zero had an entire another set to play with, so it wasn't like clutched it out, barely won, but it was definitely close. Abadango almost got the bracket reset. Funnily enough, this is also the first time Abadango has taken a game off of Zero. All the previous times Zero has just steamrolled him. So Abadango is definitely getting better at fighting Zero. It'll be interesting to see how that goes in the future. Well, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys want to see future content like this. Please leave any comments, comments on how well I did, how it looked, any advice you would have, and I'll try to incorporate it and just make my videos better. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye.